Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'd like to show you something I've been working on recently. It's a simple CLI tool dedicated for coding tutorials creation, and it is called Tortilla. What exactly are the benefits of using Tortilla? Let's say you don't know how to create a new blog post, or you're just too lazy. Maybe you do know how to do so, but you don't know which blog post to choose. Each one has a different community with different traffic, and for some you don't even have access to. Once you're finally done, you'll find yourself constantly syncing between the blog post and the project on GitHost. Each time you update the project, you update the blog post, and each time you update the blog post, you need to update the project as well. Tortilla solves this problem by providing you the ability to upload both the blog post and the project to a GitHost as a single tutorial. So you can enjoy the great traffic of github.com, and whenever you update the project, the blog post will be updated as well. Before I dive into the uses of Tortilla, I'd first like to show you a working example so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. Here's a project I'm contributed to, and it's called Socially. You might be familiar with it from the Angular Media website, only this version has a bit of an upgrade to it. If we'll scroll down, we can see the readme.md file, which is actually the introduction of the tutorial, and at the bottom there's a button called Begin Tutorial. Once we press on that button, we'll be promoted to the manual of the first step of Socially. This manual is a simple markdown file with simple instructions, only it has a small twist. If we'll go through it, we'll notice some code diffs presented for different steps. Creating this sort of view is very frustrating because it is very hard to create, and also it requires lots of maintenance, because if we change a step, the code diff will be outdated. Going through the entire tutorial and detecting changes at each code diff is very hard, and that's why Tortilla is useful, because it lets us to do so automatically. If we'll scroll down to the bottom of the page, we'll notice a navigation bar. Thanks to this navigation bar, we can have a convenient navigation method, and just know that it is also updated automatically thanks to Tortilla, and the references will always keep themselves updated. To get a deeper understanding on how a tutorial should be structured, let's take a look at the commits history. As you can see, each commit has a prefix of a step. There are two types of steps. One is a substep and the second is a superstep. A substep is a small portion of the whole step, and it will usually contain implementation logic. It can easily be recognized because it has two indexes. Let's look at an example. The second type would be a superstep. A superstep is a step with a single index, and it contains a manual with a detailed explanation on how to implement a single feature. Again, let's take a random step as a sample. Now I'd also like to go through the tag section. As you can see, each step has a tag, and it will be referencing to a superstep. This project has some strict rules, but Tortilla will maintain it by its own, so you shouldn't be worried. So no matter what you do, either you add new steps or remove new steps, the tags will be updated, the steps will be updated, and the code diffs will be updated. So this was a brief introduction to Tortilla. I believe it's a good teaser as well. Hopefully you liked it. As for now, Tortilla is still on alpha stage, but I will update the links in the description once it's available. In the next video, I will be showing you a usage example of Tortilla, and we'll go through the basic features. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and please leave your thoughts in the comment section below.